before you zip up that bag and head to the cruise terminal stop, because in 2026, cruise lines are flagging medications that were completely fine just last year, and if you're 65 or older, you are being targeted more than anyone else. I'm going to walk you through 12 specific medications that will get you stopped or worse, denied boarding, and exactly what you need to do before you leave home. Here's a habit almost every senior has, and it's costing people their cruise. You pack your weekly pill organizer instead of the original bottles. Convenient? Yes. Legal problem at cruise boarding? Absolutely. Cruise security cannot verify what those pills are or who they belong to. If they can't read a prescription label with your name on it, they have the authority to confiscate every single pill in that organizer. It doesn't matter if you've been taking them for 20 years. No label, no proof. The fix is simple. Original bottles only. Every single one. That giant Costco-sized Tylenol you bought to save money. Cruise security sees that as a quantity large enough for resale, and they will pull you aside. Cruise lines operate their own medical centers on board. They don't want outside competition. In 2026, they are flagging bulk quantities of over-the-counter pain relievers, antacids, and antihistamines at embarkation. The rule of thumb, bring a 30-day supply maximum, travel-sized where possible. Anything that looks like you're stocking a pharmacy will raise a flag. This one shocks people every single time. You bought CBD oil legally. You have it from a licensed health store. You might even have a doctor's recommendation. None of that matters on a cruise ship. Ships operate under federal maritime law and under federal law. CBD is still a controlled substance. Every major cruise line bans it without exception. Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian, Celebrity, all of them. If it's found at boarding or during a cabin inspection, it will be confiscated. Don't bring it. Don't hide it. Just leave it at home. If you have a medical marijuana card, I understand why you think you're covered, but the moment that ship leaves the dock, you are in federal waters, and your state-issued card has zero authority there. This is not a gray area. This is not a policy that varies by cruise line. This is federal maritime law, and it overrides every single state law the second you board. Passengers have been denied boarding. Passengers have been removed at ports. Don't test this one. The consequences are not just a confiscated item, they can end your entire cruise. Oxycodone, hydrocodone, codeine. If you take any opioid for pain management, and millions of seniors, you are in a controlled substance category that cruise security takes very seriously. The rules in 2026 are strict. Original labeled bottle, your name on the prescription, and a copy of the script from your doctor. One pill out of place, one bottle without a label, and you will be pulled for a secondary inspection. And if your itinerary includes ports in certain countries, customs requirements get even tighter. Get the documentation, carry it on your person, not in your checked luggage. Here's the dangerous assumption. Because your doctor prescribed it, it's fine. Not on a cruise ship in international waters. Xanax, Valium, Ativan. These are Schedule I controlled substances. They are treated the same way as opioids at embarkation. And the number of seniors who casually toss these into their bag without documentation is staggering. Original container, copy of prescription, and I strongly recommend a letter from your doctor explaining the medical necessity, especially if you're visiting ports in the Caribbean, Mexico, or Europe, where foreign customs have their own rules on top of the cruise line's policies. This one catches seniors completely off guard. Sudafed, the regular kind you buy behind the pharmacy counter, contains pseudoephedrine, and pseudoephedrine is a controlled substance in the Bahamas, Jamaica, Mexico, and several other popular cruise destinations. Your ship docks there. Customs has authority. If you're carrying large quantities, you can be flagged on your way back to the ship. Check the ingredient list on your cold medications, your sinus medications, your allergy combination pills. If it says pseudoephedrine, check your itinerary ports and consider switching to a phenylephrine alternative before you sail. Insulin is not banned, but in 2026, every major cruise line has updated their pre-boarding medical declaration requirements for passengers carrying syringes and insulin pens. You must declare this in advance. You must carry a letter from your doctor, and you must bring an approved Sharps disposal container, because cruise ships will not supply one for free anymore. If you show up at boarding with insulin pens and no documentation, you will be held for a medical review that could cause you to miss your boarding window. Pre-register. Get the letter. It takes 20 minutes, and it saves your entire vacation. Solid medications have documentation rules, liquid medications have quantity rules, and they are enforced differently. There is no hard cap in writing, but cruise security has discretion to flag any liquid medication where the quantity appears beyond personal use. Large bottles of cough syrup, liquid antacids, liquid vitamins, protein supplements, all of these have been pulled at embarkation. The standard they apply is this a reasonable amount for one person for the duration of this cruise? If you have more than that, expect questions, and for anything prescription in liquid form, carry your documentation.
It sounds simple, but it's the #1 mistake. Checked luggage can be delayed, locked in storage, or misplaced between terminals. If your prescriptions are inside, you're out of luck until the next port. Always keep every medication in your carry-on bag when boarding. That includes embarkation day, tender ports, and reboarding after excursions. If you need it daily, it belongs within arm's reach, not in the belly of the ship. In 2026, most cruise lines, from Royal Caribbean to Carnival, have aligned with updated U.S. Customs and TSA guidance. All prescription meds must stay in their original, clearly labeled pharmacy bottles. Loose pills in an unmarked zip bag? That's how you end up explaining yourself to port security in Cozumel. The label should show your name, the prescribing doctor, and the dosage. If you use daily organizers, keep the original bottle somewhere in your luggage for verification. It's not about inconvenience, it's about legality. Cruise schedules look perfect on paper, until weather strikes or medical diversions happen. In 2025 and beyond, cruise lines have warned guests to pack at least 7 extra days of medication. If a storm forces an extra sea day or an itinerary change, pharmacies in small ports might not have your brand. Bring more than you think you'll need, especially for maintenance meds like blood pressure, insulin, or thyroid tablets. It's the cheapest travel insurance you'll ever buy. Here's where many cruisers get caught off guard. Certain prescriptions, like Adderall, Xanax, codeine, and some sleep aids, are controlled or banned in several countries your ship might visit. Even if they're legal back home, customs officers abroad can seize them or demand documentation. Before sailing, check each port's list of restricted medications, and carry a doctor's note or printed prescription summary, especially if you travel with injectables or narcotics. A few pages of paperwork can prevent hours of questioning at the gangway. Insulin, eye drops, or liquid antibiotics don't like tropical heat. Cabin fridges often sit warmer than expected, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. For temperature-sensitive meds, pack a small digital thermometer and insulated pouch. If you need proper refrigeration, inform the cruise line ahead of time. They can store meds in the ship's medical refrigerator or provide medical-grade coolers. Don't assume the minibar is medical safe. Keep a typed medication list with drug names, dosages, and emergency contacts. Slip a copy into your passport wallet and email a PDF to yourself. In 2026, many cruise medical centers are switching to digital verification. Having your list ready speeds up treatment if something goes wrong. Include your doctor's info and insurance details, plus a note on allergies. It's boring paperwork until it's a lifesaver. Ibuprofen vitamins, CBD oils, or herbal sleep gummies. They might not be prescription, but, they're still subject to inspection. Some ports even treat CBD as a controlled substance. And on board, ship pharmacies can mark up basics by 200 to 300%. So really, it's smart to pack your preferred over-the-counter meds in advance. Just keep them sealed, labeled, and in modest quantities to avoid any commercial intent issues at customs. You'll save money, and honestly, headaches, literally. Every cruise ship has a medical center, but it's really designed for short-term care, not for managing chronic conditions. They can treat infections, injuries, or motion sickness, but they can't refill prescriptions for your blood thinner. If you run out mid-voyage, the doctor can sometimes arrange a port pickup. But yeah, you should expect fees and delays. That's why cruise lines now urge guests to carry a medication buffer bag with at least 2 weeks of essentials. Think of it as your floating first aid kit. But smarter. Most cruisers fly to their embarkation port first. So remember, TSA rules apply before you ever reach the pier. Medications are exempt from liquid limits, but they must be declared and screened separately. Use a clear plastic case or pouch, not a flimsy sandwich bag, to pass security smoothly. And once you land, keep that same carry-on with you through cruise embarkation. It avoids double checks and keeps everything consistent between agencies. This is where 2026 is heading. Pharmacies and doctors now issue digital prescription QR codes and telemed verification. Store these on your phone and in the cloud. Apps like MyChart and AirDoctor let cruise medics confirm authenticity if your bottles are lost. You can even sync your medication schedule with your smartwatch for reminders at sea. Technology finally caught up with travel. Use it. Remember that thumbnail plastic bag full of pills? That's exactly what cruise security now discourages. Unlabeled mixed pills raise red flags because agents can't verify contents. Instead, use a small, rigid, see-through travel case, labeled compartments, clear lids, and medical symbols visible. It keeps things tidy, professional, and credible. Because in 2026, presentation matters as much as compliance. Cruises are meant to be effortless, and they can be if you outsmart the fine print. Keep your meds in original containers, pack extras, carry documentation, and ditch the loose bag. Do that, and you'll breeze through cruise security while everyone else is still unpacking their pill organizers. If you found these tips helpful, check out my video, 10 Cruise Health Mistakes You Should Never Make. It covers onboard clinics, seasickness myths, and medical insurance you didn't know you needed. Because on the open sea, peace of mind is the best medicine. Cruising is one of the best ways to relax and explore the world. But your stateroom isn't just any hotel room, it's part of a ship with unique rules. Some simple mistakes can lead to damage, fines, or even being asked to leave. Others might just make your vacation a little more stressful than it needs to be. I've been on quite a few cruises, and I've seen these things happen firsthand. So let's walk through 20 things you should never do in your cruise cabin. Smoking inside cabins is strictly prohibited on almost every cruise line. It's a serious fire hazard. And trust me, smoke detectors are very sensitive. Even e-cigarettes and vapes are treated the same. If you're caught, you may face fines or removal from the ship. Designated outdoor smoking areas are always available. It's safer and avoids a whole lot of trouble. It might seem like fresh air makes it okay, but it's still not allowed. Most cruise lines ban smoking on balconies for safety reasons. A stray ash in the wind could land somewhere dangerous. Yes, some European lines allow it, but North American ones usually don't. Check your cruise line's policy before lighting up. It's just not worth the risk. Candles may feel cozy at home, but they're a no-go on cruise ships. Open flames are one of the biggest risks at sea. Even bringing them in your suitcase can lead to confiscation. If you like a pleasant scent, consider a battery-powered diffuser. It's safer and keeps everyone on board protected. Let's leave the ambiance to the ocean view. It's an easy mistake. You see water or soda in the fridge and assume it's free. But even with a drink package, minibar items are usually charged separately. I've seen families surprised by daily charges they didn't expect. Ask your cabin steward to remove items if you don't want the temptation, or double-check with guest services before helping yourself. Better to be sure than shocked at checkout. The plush robes, towels, or umbrellas in your room are there for use, not souvenirs. Unless the cruise line gives them to you as a gift, they'll be added to your bill. Binoculars on Alaskan cruises? Also borrowed, not yours to keep. If something is complimentary, they'll usually let you know. A tote bag or slippers may be fine to take, just ask. When in doubt, leave it behind. Your cabin steward works hard, often cleaning your room twice a day. Removing automatic tips cuts directly into their income. If there's a problem, speak with guest services before adjusting them. But for most guests, leaving gratuities in place is the right thing to do. A small extra cash tip at the end is always appreciated. Kindness goes a long way on the sea. Irons, steamers, and anything that heats up fast are fire risks. They're not allowed on board and may be taken during luggage screening. Wrinkle release spray or packing smart can help instead. Some ships have pressing services or laundry rooms for passengers. Extension cords are also often restricted. Check with your cruise line. Safety rules at sea are strict for a reason. It might seem harmless to hang a bathing suit or shirt from a sprinkler, but I've met folks who did that and accidentally triggered the system. Water flooded their entire room and neighboring cabins. There's usually a retractable clothesline in the bathroom, or pack a few magnetic hooks for drying items. Let's avoid indoor rainstorms. If you open your cabin door and balcony door at the same time, a wind tunnel effect can cause things to fly, or doors to slam shut. One guest even injured their hand that way. Always close one door before opening the other. Your fingers will thank you. Balcony railings are meant for safety, not seating. Even leaning too far over them can be dangerous. Cruise ships rarely have accidental falls, most are preventable. If you have kids or grandkids with you, keep balcony doors locked. There's also a child safety latch near the top. Enjoy the view, just from a safe distance. Walls in cruise cabins aren't soundproof. Your neighbors can hear loud music, shouting, or TVs. Respectful noise levels help everyone relax and enjoy their vacation, especially in the early morning or late at night. Cruising is all about peace and quiet. Let's help each other keep it that way. At bedtime, remember to turn off your balcony light. That light shines right into your neighbor's cabin. It can be bothersome, especially when the ship is docked. Small details like this go a long way in being a good cruise neighbor. Close the curtain and switch off the light. Everyone gets a better night's sleep. Cabin doors are heavier than they look. Letting them close on their own creates a loud bang. Be mindful when entering or exiting, especially early or late. Hold the handle and guide the door shut. It's a small gesture with a big impact. Your neighbors will appreciate it. Cabin stewards are efficient and may come in with just a quick knock. If you're napping, showering, or getting ready, hang the sign. It's the best way to protect your privacy. You can also use the makeup room sign when needed. It helps them plan their rounds too. Clear signs equals smooth sailing. Cruise ship plumbing is delicate. Even flushable wipes can cause clogs or damage the system. Stick to the provided toilet paper only. Need to dispose of other items? Use the trash bin. A blocked toilet isn't fun for anyone, especially at sea. Even if your child is just napping, always stay nearby. There was a case where staff removed a sleeping child, thinking they were left alone in the cabin. It caused panic for the parents, but it was preventable. Use onboard childcare if you need a break. Your peace of mind matters most. You packed everything, except your passport or wallet. Once you leave the ship, you often can't reboard. So check the safe, twice, before leaving your room. It's 5 seconds that can save you major stress. Start your travel day off right. It sounds silly, but it's happened. Cruisers tying fishing line to their balcony and dropping bait. It's dangerous, against cruise policies, and not the place for it. Cruise ships are not fishing boats. Please don't treat them like one. Let's keep the ocean safe and clean. Balconies are often visible from nearby ships or decks. There may also be cameras in public-facing areas. So if you're walking around unclothed with the curtains open, let's just say, people might see more than you intended. Draw the blinds when dressing. Privacy is still in your control. Hanging clothing outside can block views or blow into the ocean. It's also considered a fire hazard by many cruise lines. Stick to the bathroom line or hooks inside the room. Wet swimsuits? Let them drip inside, not overboard. Let's keep the sea free of flying towels and your belongings where they belong. Cruising is all about enjoying life without the usual stress. But small things in your cabin can make a big difference in your experience. Avoiding these 20 simple mistakes helps keep your trip smooth and relaxing. If you found this video helpful, give a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you've ever seen someone break one of these rules, tell me below. I'd love to hear your cruise stories.